There's a story written in your cells that you've never read. A narrative etched into the microscopic architecture of your being, influencing every moment you've labeled as weakness, every night you've spent questioning your resilience, every time you've wondered why recovery feels so much harder for you than others. Your body holds a secret library of genetic code. Ancient instructions passed down through generations that might explain why you feel things so deeply, why certain environments drain you completely, why stress lingers in your body long after the storm has passed. This isn't metaphorical. It's molecular. Scientists have discovered genes like FKBP5 that regulate how intensely your body responds to stress hormones. Some variations of this gene create a heightened sensitivity, a biological amplifier for life's difficulties. Your ancestors' experiences of famine, war, or displacement may have altered how these genes express themselves, passing down not just eye color or height, but patterns of suffering and sensitivity. When you sit alone at night wondering why you can't just get over it like others seem to, there's an invisible conversation happening between your genes and your environment that you've never been invited to hear. Your DNA isn't your destiny, but it is the paper upon which your life story is written, some pages requiring more careful attention than others. What if I told you that the weight you've been carrying isn't a personal failure, but a biological inheritance? That the shame you feel for being too sensitive or overreacting might actually be your body following instructions written long before you were born? Let's look beneath the surface of your suffering, past the self-judgment and societal expectations, to the molecular level where your story truly begins. There's a hidden pattern in your pain that, once revealed, might finally allow you to see yourself with the compassion you've always deserved. Let's understand this together. You've felt it. That intense anxiety when others seem calm. The racing heart. The social exhaustion. The sting of criticism that lingers. You've questioned if something's wrong with you. Tried every tool to feel normal. Begged your body to obey your mind, but it doesn't. What you may not realize is that your experience has roots deep in your biology. Genes like FKBP5, COMT, and MAOA influence how you process stress, recover from emotional wounds, and react to the world. This isn't weakness. It's your nervous system, shaped long before you were born. Yet society calls it oversensitivity. You've blamed yourself, apologized for who you are, and buried your needs under shame. But this isn't about willpower. It's about wiring. Your emotions aren't flaws. They're reflections of a complex inner design that deserves compassion, not criticism. Let's understand this together. The world wasn't built for your sensitivity. Each day, you navigate spaces designed for nervous systems unlike yours. Morning notifications spike your cortisol. Thanks to genes like FKBP5, your stress lingers longer. Office lights flicker. Background chatter drains you. While others breeze through, your body burns more energy just staying focused. Social interactions aren't simple. They're emotional marathons. Your COMT gene may heighten sensitivity to cues, making every conversation a careful calculation. By noon, you're exhausted. The news hits harder, too. Your amygdala reacts to distant crises like personal threats, keeping your body in constant alert. Evening arrives, but your energy, possibly limited by mitochondrial variations, is gone. You're expected to keep going, but biology says stop. Even sleep isn't recovery. Genetic influences on circadian rhythms and inflammation mean 9 hours might still leave you drained. Doctors miss this. Society misunderstands it. But your struggle isn't weakness. It's the result of living in a world that doesn't fit your wiring. You've learned to treat your sensitivity as a flaw, a weakness to fix, not a trait to understand. When your body begs for rest after minimal social effort, you hear laziness. When emotions swell, you feel shame, not truth. You've spent years in conflict with your biology, overriding signals shaped by genes like FKBP5 and KOMT. You mask your needs, push through overstimulation, apologize for your intensity, and behind closed doors you collapse, exhausted from pretending to be someone you're not. You hide your struggle, cancel plans, overcompensate, and judge yourself for simply needing more time, more space, more silence. Your inner voice has become a courtroom where you stand endlessly accused. But your sensitivity is not a defect. It's real, biological, and deeply human. It gives you empathy, creativity, connection. The pain isn't your failure. It's the cost of living in a world that denies your wiring. You're not broken. You're biologically different and worthy of peace. What if the weight you've carried isn't just yours, but written in your genes? Not as destiny, but as explanation. Your sensitivity might be a reflection of biological wiring, not weakness. Imagine your body as an instrument, tuned by genetic variation. Some resonate more deeply. They're not broken, just different. And that difference might be a strength. Perhaps your heightened response to stress helped ancestors survive. Maybe your empathy, creativity, and emotional depth come from the same source as your struggles. Not flaws, features. The fight to fix yourself may have only deepened the pain. But what if healing means understanding, not erasing your nature? You're not too much. You're finely tuned, and your peace begins when you stop bracing against who you are and start listening. There's a quiet power in recognizing your genetic sensitivity, not as weakness, but as truth. The same wiring that makes you vulnerable to stress also deepens your capacity for joy, empathy, and meaning. Your body responds to safety, your hand over your heart, a slow breath, an open palm. These gestures speak to your biology, offering calm where there was once tension. Your genes shape your experience, but how you care for that sensitivity is entirely your own. You've made unconscious choices about your sensitivity all your life, negotiating with your genes without knowing it. You asked for space, but meant your nervous system was overwhelmed. You pushed through exhaustion, calling it discipline. Your body called it danger. You judged your recovery by others' standards, never considering your biology was different. You blamed personality, not DNA. Chose environments that exhausted you. Each choice said your sensitivity was a flaw. Now, you stand ready to choose differently, with awareness and compassion. There's a story written in your DNA, one of deep sensitivity, passed down through generations. What once felt like weakness may be your greatest gift: heightened empathy, creativity, and perception. Your genes may make you more vulnerable to stress, but also more responsive to beauty and meaning. This sensitivity isn't brokenness. It's finely tuned biology. Understanding this won't erase the overwhelm, but it softens the shame. You aren't too much. You're exactly as sensitive as your body was designed to be, and that sensitivity is a strength our world needs. There's a quiet choice you make daily, to honor your genetic sensitivity or override it. It lives in the pause before responding to your needs, in the breath between awareness and action. You've spent years comparing yourself to others with different wiring, an unconscious rejection of your nature. But what if listening to your body is courage, not weakness? This choice isn't dramatic. It's subtle. Choosing rest over pushing, boundaries over burnout, compassion over judgment. Your sensitivity isn't a flaw, it's information, and honoring it may be the bravest thing you do. If this reflection on genetic sensitivity resonated with you, share what stayed with you in the comments. Your story might help someone feel less alone. To keep exploring the hidden layers of our emotional world, subscribe to Mental Notes. We're on this journey together, one quiet insight at a time.